let's go solve some more puzzles. There's not that many left. I mean, really, in this area, not that many left. There's, what, these four, the one over there. I think there's one in this set over here. I think that might be the one I want to start trying on. And I'm back with a fresh head. Alright. Things we know. In fact, I'm going to erase every possible thing I've put on here just to be sure. Okay, this is between two things that are on. Couldn't it be off? Because then this one is isolated and it doesn't work. Never mind, this has to be on. Which means it has to escape this. Can't go there. So we have that going. Similarly, this yellow. Did I have a roll for this yellow? I don't think I did. So the main issue with this one is we have to partition this such that we manage to get the right things on the right sides. That's all there is to this. Well, mostly. Mostly. Why? Oh, right, because I can't go up here. These two, in fact, that has to be on because of the fact that there's now three in that partition space, and I can't do anything about it. And then they probably need to route to different ones. So I think this is true, but this is also true. I think that's all I can infer at this point in time. Let's see, what else can we infer? This could be its own sort of partition of black bits. I guess that's the case, so I can't really say that for sure yet. This needs to get matched up with something, and this needs to be able to go. So this actually probably gets matched up with like this. But I'm at a point where I can't easily prove things. And the reason I say that is because like it can't go across this line, because that just doesn't work. It can go around eventually, possibly, but that doesn't seem useful. But this line also needs to get all the way up here to this one. It cannot go to this one. So like we have a bunch of stuff that has to connect outward and sort of tie itself around a bit. Let's just try some stuff. I'm gonna throw some spaghetti. But then I don't have a yellow to go with that, but I guess that's fine for starters. No, it's absolutely terrible because again, these are not grouped. I can do that to solve that problem. But I need to have one of these sort of cut through it. Which does mean I probably need a route. So that probably... Ugh. Makes a mess. But this is still true. That part's probably still true. This... Let's see, let me erase the stuff that is unlikely to be true. Really wish there was, like, save states for this, I swear. Let me... just go back. One of those things where it's hard to remember or hard to really work out which things are real and which aren't. Just do it from first principles. Okay, that's fine. That has to be on. These have to be off. This has to be on. Okay. These things I believe. So, we know this has to be in a transparent, which means this connects to that somehow, which also means these two connect, which I guess is useful. Guess that is actually useful. Huh. But if I do that, then that's stuffed. It's possible... No, there's no way I could route that. Well, I guess, like... No, that doesn't work. There's no way I can route that. So that probably means that this diamond and that diamond are not destined for each other, as sad as it is. Oh yeah, this logic here, because this has to be there. Oh, I guess that's true. It always has to extend one past. So... I have to think harder about these things. As one does. Oh, wait. Keep forgetting to do that. This is a quick fix. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So now the other questions. Where am I going with all of these? Like, I feel like some of these have to stop early. Like, I kind of do want this diamond to meet up with this. I also kind of like this and this. Maybe this could come down... No. So even if I did run this all the way across the bottom, it'd have the problem of picking up this. I can't begin doing routing rules for this, but I guess this is true, right? Because this is stuck off. These have to be off, which means I have to route through that. That's also true. Not helpfully true yet, but true for the time being. The fan's on? What the heck? The fan should not be on. What's going on here? There's nothing terribly abnormal. It's the first time it's come on in a long time. That's quite odd. It's actually a bit disconcerting. It's application storage extension. It's probably not important. That might actually be important. I don't know what that is. Wait, what is that? Oh, storage is open. That's why. Close it. That just takes like that just takes a ridiculous amount of CPU time just by having it open. Why? Fan is already spinning down. And hopefully the fan wasn't too annoying. Well, maybe it's gonna go down. We'll see. No, it's going down. Man, that was weird. Okay. So, back to the actual problems. We know these have to pair. We know these have to pair. I don't know what the routing for it is, but it does mean that it's going to cut off this section. I know that's on. That has to be on. I can't avoid that fate. So this section is cut off from that. But that's probably okay. This is paired, but it could be paired with a different... Actually, no. If I do this, then that pairs those immediately. So I guess that satisfies that constraint once I put a few more dots in. Maybe that's what this just is. I just need to keep looking for these sorts of small opportunities and exploiting them. Could work. Might not, but it could. It's weird. I'm looking at the CPU time now. It's still high, but not quite as high as it was when that was open. What a stupid program. I was curious if I'd run out of hard drive space earlier because I got a weird exception, or got a weird error message when I was copying something over. It just turns out that, like, the Wi-Fi connection is crap in here, which is something we already knew. Doubly so if I'm using the VPN. Okay. So if I did put this in, well, I could go around it or I can absorb it, right? Those are the only two options. Does mean I'm going to need to connect to one of these other ones. Where I'm at right now is... Well, I know this connects to this. That doesn't mean this connects to that. And this has to... This has to... No, they're okay. I need one that's on for this one. If I tried to route that over there, it could be possible. What's up, Zucati? How you doing? The game you don't understand. Completely fair. There are times when I don't understand it, which is unhelpful. Oh, hey. Small situation I can exploit. Again. I'm beginning to wonder if this logic is correct. Well, it is adjacent to that now. And my choices are either go down. This could join that. Oh, I can't join that because I don't cut that off. So this does actually have to eat this one. That actually might be the whole of it. Which would be weird. But okay, we can work with that to start. I think that means we're looking at something like that. Still work in progress. A lot of things are unhappy, but we can fix that with time. I think that means that then we're going to bring this down a bit. It needs to get to at least one of these diamonds, which I think is going to be this one. But no promises. It couldn't... Oh, wait. It's not that one. It's this one. So these two lines have to connect. And this still has to get out somehow. I may have worked myself into a corner, which is exactly what I expect in this. Okay, well, I think that black one has to be routed somewhere. That's a problem. Oh, no, that doesn't. If I steal that area off, it's happy. We have other problems, but that part's happy. So this, therefore, has to connect to this. Which I only see one way to do that, and it sucks. Okay. No, it has to be on. Of course, I might go and do a different puzzle after all of this meandering through this, because I think that there's just bits I'm not getting. Like, I feel like I'm drawing these straight lines because they're required to be drawn. Just periodically, I have to draw them, but no. Oh, wait. Connect that one. That's decent. That works. Okay. Wow! That was a much simpler solution than I expected. Much simpler. But again, I was tired yesterday. That's my excuse. We've done all these. Done those. Found some faces. This one. This one I didn't understand what a 0 was, which was kind of important. So now we have to figure out the rest of it. This is pretty much where I was yesterday with this. I need to route this one. Well, these have to connect. They don't have to go through there. But they don't like it. This one is weird. I wonder if I do want to connect that and that. Wonder. No, then I have to take it through. Ho! Wait. This, I think, changes effectively everything. It's 3. That. It was looking good until I realized it didn't. Because I need to have this on, and these two, it can't be adjacent with the white. I liked that idea, though. It looked good for a moment. Let's wipe it off again, just because we know a few things. This has to come out. I like the idea here that this doesn't have to subsume this. That, I think, does give me a degree of freedom I was missing before. But I'm not really sure how to exploit it yet. I do this. That square is underdefined, which means I don't think it's that, but it could be. Can I route this to this without dealing with the 3? What about that? This seems possible, actually. So then I use these. Turn this on. If I block that in, it's still constrained. The diamond's unhappy, but the diamond's going to be unhappy anyway. So use this 3 here. Bridge those 2. That's looking good. And then I have a 5. Those need to connect. I have a 5. So if I add 4, 1, 2, 4. That's a 4. Oh. Can I not count? The 3's... Oh, it's already connected to 4. A little bit of a problem. Just a little bit. don't know why Twitch chat always, like, fails me when I open a window. It always wants to, like, not work. There we go. A lot of this feels right. Some of it doesn't, but a lot of it does. I can't do anything more with that section, which means I can't connect it, so... I have an idea, but let's see what I can do first. Yeah, I think I'm close. Like I said, I think I'm close. Can't connect that way. I can do other things with my 3. Right? Like, well, not really, actually. I think that it's this or that, and then I have the 4 to play around with. So I guess I could do that, which does still segment the area. Doesn't help here. Since we can't go that way, this has to be on. And then that's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, I could air gap. I do that. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's amazing how unhappy it is. Oh wait, that needs to be part of the 5. Oh, I missed that. That's an important detail. Turn this on. Turn that on. No dice. I guess that is constrained, huh? Thought it was under constrained. It is not under constrained. Oh. Okay. Happy before. Oh, I added 5. 2. Yeah, I definitely think this is close, and then I just need to find the right way to count. Or possibly the correct lemon. I have to bring in that lemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I can do 14. So I need to lose a brick. Just a single brick. What brick could I lose? Or maybe I need a different routing for my brick. Yep. No Jardoria. Add in the corner for it? Yeah, that makes sense. That was a cool little puzzle once I finally got it. And so this one, solved on accident. Still don't understand the rule for it. Not really sure... Not really sure why. I just picked something that made a nice pattern. Something about there being air gaps. That's the best I can do with that. This one. This one. So the line of thought inquiry last time was, what if these could share a space? And I was going to go look at that. In fact, we're going to come back to that one. We're going to come back to both of these. The reason for that is, I want to go observe the line rules directly from the line area. And the line area isn't that far away. So we're going to go over there and observe the line rules from the line area. And then look at those again. And then we'll start on the big center head puzzles. That's the plan right now. Which means going past the incredibly loud waterfall. The other way past the incredibly loud waterfall. Once I do that, then we can enter this area. How many puzzles am I up to? I solved a couple. Yeah, 441. So I think that there's 34 puzzles left to go. There's 5 in there, 6 in there, and a few in the overworld. So there's got to be like another big puzzle hub I'm missing, but we'll figure that out later. Yeah, this area isn't going to help. That particular puzzle set's not going to help me understand. That one also is not. Okay, so yes, you can share to create be in larger shapes. Okay, cool. Theory confirmed by the game itself. Yeah, again, right here, he's happy. So, since we can mux shapes together, then we probably should spend some time considering that option. Because it seems like a good option now. And I think that might have been the key to the whole thing, because I spent a lot of time trying the other options and just coming up a square short. there another face right here? No, it's not quite a face. It's close. But it's close. Up to the face. It occurs to me, oh, the game I don't understand might go for the next one I end up playing too. But I'll deal with that when I come to it. Okay. So we're going to merge these into one. Let's go positive for the time being. I don't. No, we absolutely have to go negative. Okay, so this is a negative space of the combined two. If I could seal these off completely, then I win. Is that just it? No, it's not happy about that. Why? Oh, because I need to make the other shapes be like that. And this isn't rotational. Cap that off and that. Yeah, that was easy. When you actually know and understand the rules, puzzles get a lot easier. I swear though, the putting two lines in the same shape thing only happens in like 3 puzzles in this game. But it could just be me, but I also was doing that for this. Okay, this one I think comes down to what shape do I make and replicate like 18 times. I kind of like the idea of going for like these triples. Well, now I can't there, but you know. But I think there might be. Well, I can't do that there. What if I try that shape? Can I make that shape in more places? I like that shape. No, I can't. Not if I wanted to go that way. Because I need to eat that. Well, I can do some of them. Why not? Let's try it. Let's just make a bunch of Tetris shapes. I like Tetris shapes. They're fun. This is not going to work, so I can't make a center version of that one. What's up, Matt? How you doing? How's the Pokemon adventure? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Solving puzzles. I've got 214. 212. It's Pokemon-y. I'm glad to hear. As expected. I'd be disappointed if it wasn't Pokemon-y, honestly. No, that doesn't work, because then the negative is opposite. I can't un-opposite it, can I? Or can I? No, I can't. Which Pokemon games have I played? Oh boy. Well, played Red, with the entire red, yellow, blue. I think I played all of them at least once. Gold and Silver. Though I only beat Heart Gold, or Heart Silver, whichever one it was. Soul Silver. But I did play those back then. I got stuck in I wrecked my save by getting stuck in a dark cave after beating the Elite Four on the gold side before going to the red side. I played one of the Game Boy Advance ones. I think I might have played the Ruby Sapphire. I don't remember. I think so. Because I remember the plot being dumb. Let's flood the world! Let's remove all the water! Those are both terrible ideas. Played a bit of Black and White. I played a very little bit of... What was the last one? The one that takes place in England. Sword and Shield. Haven't played the newest one at all. Pokemon Go. A little bit of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I don't think I've even ever played Pokemon Pinball. I think I played Pokemon Snap for like 5 minutes at a Blockbuster once. That might be it. And it's still on. That's annoying. But I think that covers it. Not as many as I'd like. Not as few as it could be. Oh, still pretty good. Ah, that's the other thing I can close. I can close Steam. I know that sounds confusing, but it's fine. You missed what I said! Oh, I went over every Pokemon game in existence. I've played all of them. Red, Gen 1, Gen 2, Ruby Sapphire Gen, Heart Gold, Soul Silver Gen, a little bit of Black. I did play through Sun or Moon. A little bit of Sword, very little bit of Sword. Pokemon Go, a little bit of Pokemon Snap and a Blockbuster. My sister had a Pikachu Tamagotchi? Does that count? That's about it. There's probably one or two I might have played at another time. Tamagotchi, thank you. I forgot what the first syllable was. Oh, Pokemon Puzzle League. They play the card game, I guess. I played Pokemon Unite twice. I think did I mention Mystery Dungeon? I played Mystery Dungeon for a bit. Not enough to really beat it or get far into it, but I played a little bit when it came out. There's probably a few other ones. But that's about it, I think. There's like a billion Pokemon games, and I never looked up how many there were. Okay, what if I do this? What if I just try to partition the world? I think I tried this earlier, and it wasn't happy for some reason. Right, because it's the same shape all around. What if I did this? Yeah, no, nobody thought. That's a terrible idea. Like, this one is hard just because I haven't found a good way to break into it. Okay, squares. Can I break these into squares? Not really. Red, blue, green, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, diamond, pearl, platinum, heart gold, soul silver, black, white 2, omega, ruby, alpha, sapphire, sun, moon, ultra sun, moon, sword, shield with DLC, brilliant diamond, shining pearl, legend Arceus, scarlet, violet, and DLC. That's a lot of Pokemons. There's a lot of Pokemons. Puzzle League I still think was really fun, but I think it was just Panel de Pon or Mario's Woods or one of those games that was just rebranded. No. Only one you haven't played is Ultra Sun and Moon. Huh. Well, dang. That is quite the Pokemon resume. It is. I've even forgotten what the starter Pokemon are for that. It's been so long. Like, wasn't one? No, the Penguin was a long time ago. What did I take? Ultra Sun and Moon. I took, like, the Ghost Owl. I think that was my option. Okay, what if... No, I still think the partitioning into threes is the way to go. I just don't know what the right way to partition into threes is. That's not gonna fly. That still doesn't fly. Diamond. Rowlet, thank you. Pull up the Penguin is from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Yeah. I remember there... I mean, there's always a water type. There's always a firefighting type. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to admit defeat on this one for the time being. I'm gonna come back to it later. Let's start doing the big ones in the middle. I just realized I've been at this for 30 minutes. It's amazing how fast time goes when you're streaming and working hard on puzzles and trying to remember every Pokemon game in existence. And running into weird issues where your fan starts spinning up. Still a little bit of fan, but I don't think you guys can hear it. Only 3 firefightings? Well, I still think that's like the most common dual typing of a starter Pokemon, right? Gens 3, 4, and 5. I guess that's why they kind of got on that road then, or why that was the meme. Because it was happening so frequently. I don't know, I still feel like that's got to be the most common dual typing. Okay. I pick one of these and start on it. Which one do I pick? I guess let's try to go from the left. Maybe. Things I know. Right, okay. That's an important thing to know. I think... Oh. Okay, I'm making 2 symmetric pieces. Because they have to be separated. These pieces are part of a different partition. So one's repeated. Anyway. Alright, I'll be curious. Yeah, I think this has to be part of the second partition. Because there has to go up there-ish. I don't know which partition, actually. Okay, I think these, like, 3 parts are going to be independent. I think these are going to be... Oh, some of them are going to be empty. And then black. How do I do black constraint when I don't have a proper color for it? Does this work? Yes, it's happy with that. So, but that means it connects to the middle. So from that, we know that. We can go with that for starters. There's not enough if this is going to join the overall partition. Okay, so... This is a 1. It's going to join up with that, because it can't not. But that does mean it's kind of restricted in its colors. I'm just going to highlight those for the time being. I'm not comfortable with them, but I like it well enough. Considering this has to exit that way, and it's not going to go in there, that has to be that way. And that has to... Well, no, because I didn't decide whether or not this is on that side of the partition, so I don't know that. That's true. That's something I know is true. And the reason is, if I have to route this diamond up to here, then that means it cuts this diamond off from the other half. So, with that knowledge, it has to be that way. Similarly, I cannot poke a tendril of that into this without cutting it off from the other side. So I think what that means is that this diamond is part of the other partition. Which does help. A little. Not a lot, a little. We poke another one out. And this one can also move another inch forward. We know that this has to connect to that. And we have to make a symmetric shape for it. That's all I know. But that also means that this has to be true because I'm being symmetric. Okay, cool. And then that puts that there. If this is connected symmetrically with the rest of this, it has to do that. That's unavoidable. That has to be lit up. Because it can't be part of a larger partition. Bulbasaur line is grass poison, grass... I'm not... Oh god, there's so many. I don't count the mega evolutions for this. I guess you could, but I don't think I would. Grass flying. Oh, grass flying? Oh, no, Decidueye! That's the one I was thinking of. Decidueye is grass ghost. I thought that he also looked like a owl for some reason. Huh. So it's mostly pure grass. With some grass... grass fighting. What an odd thing. There will be more info. More poke info in a minute. This has to be solid because this cannot get into that square. Cool. Which means we have to air gap there. Or this could be part of that, but this can't extend forward. In fact, this has to be like that now. Which means this has to take another step forward in that direction. Cool. And since it's symmetric, it has to go inward. Oh boy, I don't like this one. We can advance this one more square, which advances this one more square, which allows us to say that's gonna be how it is. I don't know who's the big winner of this piece, but we'll deal with it later. I don't think this is going to connect all the way out there, but we'll see. Because this could just cap off here, and it would be fine and happy. What else can we infer? Okay, it can't come around this way. It has to connect to this that way. Which does mean, similarly, we have to do that. Which means... Which means this doesn't work. Okay, so here's the problem. These need to be on for that... Oh, no, that can still work. They just have to be on as we go up this way, which extends this down to. And then wherever this goes, which we don't have a good answer for yet. But that's fine. It can do that. Seeing 3 firefighting, 1 water fighting, 1 grass fighting, 2 with the other type of Decidueye. Other type 2s repeat. They don't repeat on the same type outside of Hisudu, which has repeat on every type. Okay. So yeah, so firefighting is definitely the most common, but they haven't done it recently, so I can't really get mad about it. I think it's pretty reasonable. I wonder what the next Pokemon game will do with the starter types. I'd like to see them ditch the grass, fire, water dichotomy entirely. Go something weird. Like, I don't know. What's another, like, are there any other decent 3 combos? Like, do you have something going with, like, Psychic, Dark, and Fairy or something? Because you need the rock, paper, scissors, but there has to be more than 1 rock, paper, scissors combo in Pokemon, right? It just seems silly not to. Ah, okay, I understand an important piece to this. I do actually have to follow this path now on the way out, because otherwise I can't get over here. So what that means is we now need to draw this line, and then this line, this line, this line. Which answers that question. All right, and then they both have to escape, so we get to go 1 more. All right, so... Wait, what? Oh, it was happy before because it was symmetrical. It only worked... I hope I've got this right. Charmander line fire, Cyndaquil fire, Torchic is fire. Fighting. Oh, Charizard is fire flying. I forgot about that one. Charizard always feels like it should be a dragon type, but isn't, because it looks more like a dragon. It looks like a better dragon than Dragonite does. No 2 type seems most common. No type 2 seems most common, yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh. This has to connect. That's important. In fact, since this has to connect to this, I do get to use the same rules of symmetry. Cool. Oh god, how does this rule of symmetry work? It's... Fire Dragon. Said didn't count. Yeah. I guess they fixed it once. Good for them. Okay. From here, which is this one, we fill in 3. So this one steps out from the wall and goes up 4. Okay. All right, cool. That's what we have. And then surrounded. Mudkip. Mudkip has the best typing. Water Steel, I think, is not a great typing, but Steel's just good in general. Yeah, Quaquaval. Oh, Quaquaval was a starter, huh? That's a weird Pokemon. It's like a dancing thing. Okay, because this has to connect out, we have to do that. But now the question is, how does the rest of it work? Because I can go down, down. Or I could just cut it here. It doesn't like that. Oh, wait! Oh, okay, no. I can't connect those. All of my logic is flawed and terrible. Whoops. Let's try again. Okay. These two have to be part of that. That has to be the case. This has to be solid. We believe these things to be true. This and this make this happen. Means that has to have another step to get out. Which means I do this. Repeat, but yeah. Greninja's any type it wants to be, but only for one move. Only for the first move when it shows up. Otherwise, it has to be its normal type. Well, it's regular type, which is just sad. Protean got nerfed into the ground. Libero. Why did they make two different abilities that do the same thing? Very odd to me that they bothered having two different named abilities that do exactly the same thing. Or maybe they do them better. That's not optional. Well, I think it is optional. You just have to use water type moves, and then the next time you use a move, it changes your type. I think is how it works. But other than that, or water dark, right? One of those two? Vital Split Insomnia? Okay. Maybe they just have different teams and they don't really think that hard about these things. Alright, this is solid. That is solid there. Because that's symmetrical, that has to be true. One more step on the main line. Pure water. Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that. Yeah, that's not. Must have misunderstood it. Huh. Okay. Now to the problem of this. I see the solution. Okay. Here's where I made a mistake. This downward thing doesn't have to happen. It's going to go around. That's the key. Sounds weird. Trust me. I think I know what I'm doing. But, like, it's going to connect via this way somehow. I think. Oh, goodness. Cinderace's specific variation, and the name is different. His favorite flavor is different, because he's Libero. Okay. Oh! It comes from Italian. Would not have guessed that. I don't know anything about volleyball. That is interesting. Libero, a player on an indoor volleyball team who serves as a defensive specialist and is not allowed to serve or rotate with the front line. The Libero wears a different color jersey from the rest of the team and is thus easily recognizable. That's actually kind of fascinating. Okay, in order to not break that, that has to be there. Because I need the line to continue. Okay, so this do it's this, I think. It's really hard for me to tell. And it continues forward. And then it continues and makes up the rest of the wiggle. That's not it. Is it this? Oh, because it has to be rotated over the axis. Okay. Getting close. I think. My problem is my two shapes, I think, are not presently rotatable. There we go. That was not easy. Protean is attuned to magic / ninja flavor, Meowscarada, and Greninja. Protean means trending or able to change frequently or easily. Huh. Do many things versatile. Today I learned. Ugh. Man, I'm tired out of that puzzle. Oh, right. I didn't like this because of the rotational problem. Good at Pokemon trivia. Duly noted. Alright. I feel like this one is going to be easier for me to track. I need to make a decision about which coloring to do, because it affects everything. Okay, so if I use off for this, this has to be on. If I use... These have to... Oh, right. The flowers are the worst. Okay. Alright, let's just try this. So first off, if they're off flowers, we do this, which makes sense. If they're on flowers, we do this, which is not incongruous. Let's try off flowers. What's up, Bracky? Yeah, it is very cool. I assume you've beaten it. I'm at a pretty late stage myself. I'm at 413 puzzles. I'll explain to you why Mega Sceptile is Grass Dragon. Are there any other good... Well, were there any other good Grass Dragons until they got the apple types? Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been having fun so far. Sometimes I forget what a certain thing means because I only saw it once forever ago. Like, I forgot what these meant. But... no, there aren't any other good ones? That is a shame. It looked like the Hydrapple or whatever it was kind of cool. The most recent one. I don't know. I thought that at least some of the Apple ones, like Flapple, were kind of cool. There was one before the Apple line. Oh yeah, Alolan Executor is the best dragon type. That is the best Pokemon, period. I love Alolan Executor. It's such a dumb Pokemon. How could you not love it? You can't even see most of it. They don't even try to draw it. It just goes way over the top of the screen. You're just looking at the back of his neck and you're like, yep. Sure wish I could rotate my head and look up. But I can't. It's utterly fantastic. Okay. If I leave this open... yeah, I can't... yeah, if I leave this open, I cannot route this out without touching too many things. I guess I could turn these on. That's an option. Then I still need to get it a wiggle room out, but I guess once it touches this, it's done. Well, provided this... wow. Provided other things. God. I feel like all of these you have to start with a key assumption and work from there. What? I'm gonna go this way. I definitely feel like having these on makes my life easier. So I'm just gonna try that first and run to contradiction. Reasonable contradiction. Okay. Everyone's unhappy. That's fine. Alright, how are we gonna build our spanning tree? The key thing is, I think I want to make two partitions. One here, and one here. I guess if I do this, I do have to close this off. That's fine. Why is that not fine? There's two black ones on here. I am utterly confused about why it's unhappy. Alright, well, those make sense why it would be unhappy. Oh, wait. Am I misunderstanding something? No. I guess it doesn't like those. That's the misunderstanding. Apparently, I guess the not counting numbers count as power sources. Okay. That makes this whole thing a lot worse. What's up, Mixter? How you doing? Yeah, I am kind of at an oh boy state with this. Ow! And wishing I had an undo button periodically when I accidentally press Y instead of what I meant to do, which was do this just to check to see if that works. How many of these diamonds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So none of them can be in a partition with my numbers. Very tired, didn't go to work, so you went to the gym for 3 hours. Oh, nice. I can see that being... I can see where that would get you tired out. Definitely can see where that gets you tuckered out. Okay. I think I got an inkling. Oh, wait, hold up. That has to be surrounded by... I can't route through that. I can't make it part of the larger routing set. That's an important detail. That has to be untouched. Okay, this is coming along. Just a little bit. Then I can close this area off. There. Then I can close this area off. Then connect up these. I do that. Oh, because now there's more than one yellow. Things were going so well. Area cells to be segmented off. Wait, but... Oh, no, wait. I can't have more than one of these in that. Someone can learn something other than Dragon Tree. Huh. Remember correctly, bred a Trico with Dragon Breath in Gen 3. Dragon's Rage is the most useless, is not very useful. It's because it does 40 damage every time. Right, they all have to be paired. All of the diamonds have to be paired up. There's no way around that. There we go. Thought I was close. Progress. Slow and steady progress. Okay, this one at least I know this has to be true. Thankfully. Everything else I don't know about yet, but that one I know is true. No power sources, so that's nice. Don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about those, but that's a different hill of beans. Where can I start making assumptions? Alright, this has to be a rotatable shape. But it can't grow downward, so whatever this is, it's going to be different from this. Which, in the default state, would be on because of that. So let's go with this for the time being. For the sake of argument. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. There's a lot of, do I like this? This needs to be opposite of that because of the same constraint. If I do that, then it's more or less that has to be the shape. But everything else seems to like that, so whatever. Let's just go with it for the time being. The yellow shape. Bam, you constrained yellow shape. Maybe this is under-constrained. Weirdly under-constrained. Maybe. No, this has to be hollowed out. Probably means I do something like that. Then comes this. I think it's going to be inverted. Which means I've now destroyed everything that was good there. I don't like my assumptions. Let's start over. You'll be hearing a lot of that. Okay, this is air gap. There's an air gap here. Or there. There's a thing there. Let's try that one instead. What does that mean? Does mean I don't got a lot of spaces to work with. Also means that this and this share their partition. And that this can't grow upward. But that's fine. It's a very small amount of space. Oh, this can't grow down. That has to be invisible. Okay, that's good. That's something. It can grow left or right, so I can't do anything with that, but at least we have something. Such a relaxing game in some ways. Then this would have to be part of the 4 partition, which it probably is. Why'd I do that? That didn't actually help me anywhere. Okay, so let's look. This one's happy because it has 3 of the same type. Which means if I touch any of these, it'll be unhappy, and if I flop it, it'll also be unhappy. But if I flop it, I have to do that. Which, instant contradiction. So if I'm doing this, I can't flop that, nor can I touch any of these. I suspect this one I'd need to do something with, because it's not going to be happy. Right, because in order to keep this happy, I can't touch that square there either. Which would... I think this contradicts. I don't think this particular route works, so we're going to go with the other one. In order for that to be happy, it has to do that. Okay. That's not bad. Also means I can't do anything with that right there, but that's fine for the time being. Square this one up, but I don't know if it's going to be that way. That 4 is happy. I really like the look of that 4. But that also means this cannot get into that space. I guess it could get into that space. I can't do this, though, because that'll wreck that. Okay, so we have this now. It can be 3. It could be going like this, or it could be going like that, or it could be inverted, or it could be going like that. Oh, it's probably not going like that. So basically, I either have to vacate these 3 spots, which I think I'm fine with, actually. Just vacate those 3 spots. We won't use them. Which does mean that has to be there. And it can go either up or over. That's fine. If this came down, though, I can still box it in, I guess. That white line could be a very long shape. We don't have any proof either way on that one. I do know this can't go up. That can't go down. Actually, no. That has to be a blank. Where does this leave me? I could still do that and then have like a 1-tile thing here. Let me just pencil this in because it's been bugging me. Do that too to get the 4 constrained. Hook that there. Okay, that's the key thing, is I have to have a void around this. Or all 3 of those hit, and then this would have to be like that, which we can't quite pull off without making this not work, but we can do that. Oh no, because it's inverted. Right. But, well, we could play around with that a bit. Oh, but if I make it part of the 4, I can't do that. Okay, that's a problem. Oh boy. Okay, I think I've talked myself into a corner again. Let's just try the other one. We know this has to be part of a plus shape, and that this corner. It doesn't have to be that corner. It could be any of the 4 corners. It just means that one of the 4 corners is. I'm going to leave that untouched for the time being. That's more complicated than I thought it was. Okay, so other things that are true. This diamond has to connect to this. These 2 shapes cannot be part of each other. So I'm just going to do that for the time being. Because if they're touching, then they're screwed. Like an L. Let's just make an L. For the time being, we'll make an L. There's probably better shapes. It can't grow upward anyway, so that actually works out pretty well. This will probably grow downward in some weird way. Because I need to get this to here. There could be other routings, but... Alright, there has to be other routings, because I can only go down 3 here. Something like that. 3, okay. So then we rope this off, which is bad. because then the rotation is completely and utterly screwed. Where that is intersects with that, but I could... Oh, it has to come there, right? Because it's 1 over, 1, 2, 3 over, 1, 2, 3 over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, no. I can do this. That prevents the problem. But the white can't grow downward. Leave out that spot. Okay, so it's currently a plus shape with a square on it. So it doesn't need that. Something like this. Something like that. The plus shape. That's why that has to be there. This connects, so that, which means I can't put that there any longer. And I can't build that way, so that doesn't work. I think I've tied myself in knots on both of these. I don't want to go to the third puzzle I can't solve. Okay, well, just switch puzzles until I get something. Okay. Right, that's an inverted type. Okay, so what do I do here? If I plonk that down, then I can't touch any of these. And I need to surround this with 3 of... at least 1 of the same type. Which means that is constrainable. Gotta go? Alright. See you later, Matt. Enjoy your Pokemon and or sleep. Ugh. Or possibly both. Named sleep, yes. It is a good thing to sleep, typically. I am in favor. See you around. And ads, I assume. Good luck puzzling. Ah, thank you. I definitely am at the point where luck may be more relevant than thinking. I was hoping to wrap this one up tonight. I'm not as convinced as I was yesterday. Which was only 40 minutes ago. Don't die too much. I'll try to avoid it. No ads today, that's good. Don't need ads. Don't need ads all the time, just sometimes. Ads are a sometimes food. There's so little to go upon. If I wanted this for to not collide with that. Sleep well. Right, okay. So basically, I either need to leave this entire section off or entire section on. If I leave it all on, then the 4 has to go through this, and I have to make the Tetris shape. And I don't hate the Tetris shape. Like, that's not a bad shape. But I also have no proof about making it. Like, that's the big problem there. Like, it's not bad. It could work. It does mean that needs to be inverted. It probably has to go through there. Which doesn't work because then I have to have that on and that on. If it goes upward... If it goes upward, I can work with that. But then... Oh, no, wait, hold up. That still means the same partition problem. Or does it? What if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that works. Means our rotatable shape's going to be awkward, but it works. And then the 4 is either going to go up or out, one of the two. Actually, no, this has to be that, so that has to be that. This isn't terrible so far. Oh, it is terrible. Never mind. All right, why it's terrible. If I've restricted this to a shape where it's a 3, and you have a 4 right here, you can't do that. And I can't... Okay, well, we can do that. If I do that, then I need this on and everything gets worse. We're back to I don't know what to do here. Maybe I should explore. Go look at some of the other puzzles. Yeah, I think I need to come back. Get a fresh mind on those. And the rotation puzzle later. But I'm missing, that's only 3 puzzles. I know for a fact that there's more than 3 puzzles out there. Let's go find some. Hey, look, a face. Man, there's a lot of faces in this game. Now that I know to look for them, they're everywhere, even as a mustache. Was this like the Kickstarter thing? You have your face in the game? Do like the facial hair, though. Let's do facial hair. But now we're looking for unsolved puzzles and or secrets. Because there's some puzzles I haven't solved. There's a class of them I haven't solved. I know there's more of them somewhere. There's this puzzle where I didn't technically solve it, which I then proceeded to leave unsolved. Still not certain what the rules are for this, but it's solved now. We're going to leave it that way. I'm going to be like kicking myself once I finally understand what that rule is. Okay. These are solved. The upside down tree isn't solved. I probably should do the upside down tree. Which I will solve by not looking at the upside down version. Because I have the power of screenshots. Believe it or not. Okay. It's going to be a little bit harder, but at least I can have them both on the same screen at the same time. Alright, the rules for trees. As I remember them, you always light up the one that's taller when it splits. Or the next time it splits, really. So the left one is definitely correct here. Oh, but that's the thing, is you need to know where the branches are underneath. And then this one is the tallest... Wait, what? Oh, it is... Is it rotated? No, is it mirrored? Oh, there's 3 branches. Okay. Oh, there's 3 branches that come off this one. There's a branch that's hidden right here. And the long branch that like stretches out and peeks through the canopy again. Either way, the tallest one of those is this one at its split. And then subsequently the left one. So I'm happy with that, looking at this. Next, is the split on the other branch, which I can see where. Oh wait, maybe? Actually, this I might be convinced this goes the other way. It looks like it could be taller, but just barely. And the underview is not compelling me one way or the other. I'm going to stick with this one until it matters. I think the rule for this one is going to be part of these 3, so I'm not going to touch it. And then this one is actually the right one, now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Because I can see the fork is very far up there. Wait. That one just goes off to infinity. This one comes up and pokes through the canopy right there, and its left branch is taller. That makes more sense. Okay, then the other side, the left one is taller. And then of that, the left one's taller again. And then for the final one on the right side... Or is it taller or longer? Crap, I don't remember the rule. Alright, well, trip to Treeland to remember exactly how the rule works. We're sort of on our... Not quite our goal, but it doesn't hurt. As we kind of sweep through the land trying to find any other interesting secrets. Let me get this tree out of here for the time being. I'll need it. No. I'll need it later, but I'd like to be able to read chat. Looking for, like, any surface where I could just, like, peek behind something. Hello? I think I see it. Oh. This takes us here. I lack perspective. Alright, well, that doesn't help us. We were going to Treeland anyway. Okay, the tree I want to observe is... Tree I want to observe is not that way. That's how that sentence ends. I wish to observe... This tree? This is a good tree. Okay, so this splits higher, obviously. And then this splits higher. And then the left one... Actually, no, I don't remember what the rule for the very highest part is. It's the longest, not the tallest. Okay, that's where I was missing. They're similar related concepts, but longest and tallest are actually different. Turns out they are similar, but not entirely the same concept. I still feel like maybe they just like the motif. Decided to like throw a whole bunch of things that look like they could be puzzles around. I feel like there's like one really big secret remaining that I haven't found beyond like a container for a bunch of more puzzles. Okay, so going back to this. This branch, the left one is longer, just period. So that's fine. I think this actually might be the longest. That one, the left, is definitely the longest for this one. For this one... Gotta figure out where it's forking. It's this one. This one's the one that kind of pokes up. That's actually odd, because this one... Oh, it does kind of go through the canopy. Is that the... No, that's the middle. That's the middle one that pokes up that way. I don't need to look at the middle one again. Oh, wait a sec. No, the middle one actually dies off early. I think this one's actually the longest. And then the longest one for it is clearly the right one. Let's try that. No. Okay. Remember, longest from split, not tallest, is really the rule, kind of. Okay, so then for this part, that's the right part of the tree. It looks like... It does look like the left one is definitely the furthest. That's good. And then for that one, subsequently the left one would be the tallest, is the longest one. And then on this one is the right one. There we go. Not hard, just tree. These I haven't solved. So maybe these will help me understand the rule. So things I know. That's all true. That's not going to be. If I do this, that works. But I don't know why. Similarly, maybe this is where it really teaches you the rule. Maybe. Okay. Okay, that's not right. Alright. What I did here was if it was... Yeah, those lines where it's obvious and direct, I invert, so that's clearly that. And that's clearly that. And then the other ones I have no idea. So, turn them on. Don't turn them on. Why that one of all of them? Is that it? Those all of the... I thought there were more puzzles of that type around here. The gaps have to be different from their neighbors? I think so, but at the same time, it's sometimes they aren't. Like, what if their two neighbors are already that? So, like, looking at this one... Like, why... Like, this one's clear. Like, this rule seems pretty effective on a surrounding basis, right? And then, I guess maybe you have to pick the last one to make it so it works? Because for this one, obviously I picked this one and this one to be on. And then they're not exactly surrounded. This one's not exactly surrounded. But it has to be on. This one is surrounded, and it has to be on. Oh, I mean, that one, I know the answer for that one, but I don't understand these two. Presuming I'm only looking at it from as many neighbors as they can be. Maybe. Well, we'll see if we find more of these puzzles. Because if we don't find more of these puzzles, then I'll have to live with having to look up what the rule is. There is no other option. Oh, what's up, Luis? How you doing? Other gaps also count? Possibly. I think that might be like the weird inductive step where you have to like pay attention to that. And not inductive, but like weird speculative step. Speculative step could be a type of music. It probably shouldn't be, but it could be. You're alright? Alright. Not bad. I'm currently trying to figure out where some of the puzzles I haven't solved are. I know where 3 of the puzzles I haven't solved are. I'm missing other ones. I feel like there's got to be some sort of big, large room with more puzzles. I found one of them behind a waterfall, which makes me inclined to think I'll find another one of them behind a waterfall, but I don't have any proof of that. Beyond, waterfalls are pretty cool. So I stream about now? Yeah, it seems about right. Started about an hour, 19 minutes ago, according to my thing over there that shows me how long I've been streaming. Some of it wasn't productive. I had to do some setup at the beginning, but, you know, usually is pretty action-packed. For values of action and paction. Not in these trees. I solved these before they gave me the binary rule. I'm still happy about that. I'm like, this is XOR. I know how to XOR. This is an area I haven't been to in a while. Let's wander through the middle of it and see if we can find something. Right, we just go up the pagoda. And we solve the pagoda. And we leave the pagoda. You use the word pagoda a few too many times. Almost loses all meaning. Actually, really not sure what the point of pagodas are. I understand they're very important for certain classes of Buddhism, but I'm not really sure why. Okay, I've been here before. Wait, what? This seems incredibly relevant to my interests. Incredibly relevant to my interests. Oh, I boxed those off. And then I box a purple off that way. And then that also has the purple boxing problem. It's a much smaller puzzle than I've been used to, which is good. Do something like that. That's too many. And then I can't do anything else internally. I just... Wait, no, I can't group them up that way. That's silly. Did I find this part just now? No, I've solved several puzzles in this area. I think I must have started this one at some point and then abandoned it, but this door is really fascinating to me, so I'm curious if this is a shortcut or something else. There's a lot of secrets, and I've been playing this apparently for about 17 hours. Not sure how much of it's on stream. Like, sometimes you just leave things open and wander off. But it's probably like 15 to 16 hours of gameplay so far, and so it's very possible I, forget about puzzles I solved. I definitely need to cut the space. Definitely need to cut space. Doing a Super Bowl animation video? Oh, simulation video. Okay. What part of the Super Bowl are you simulating? The super or the ball part? That's stupid. Oh, it also doesn't tell you which ones are wrong, but I know which ones are wrong because this puzzle isn't exactly the most ridiculous thing I've seen. This doesn't work because I can never connect that. But if I made that... No, then that's also bad. That's too many. No. Try again. There's probably a very simple and elegant solution to this. I just need to find it. Not really it if I'm cutting off any of these. Simulation of the game. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I haven't even been paying attention. I actually don't even know who's going to the Super Bowl. I guess it would have been decided last week. Was it the Ravens or something? I did watch some of the Ravens, whomever game. On Madden. That sounds fun. I know people used to like doing that a whole lot. Trying to determine which team is going to win using the power of computer simulations. I wonder how often it's more correct. But I'm also not a big football person, so I don't really know. I feel like this is good. But I also feel like if I do... I feel like what I want to do is like have it poke out just a little bit. That's nice, but then I need to cut this area. If I do that, it doesn't work at all. I don't think this is supposed to be a terribly difficult thing, because like the other ones here are not like exactly brain melters. Well, okay, they're at least like non-trivial. Would explain why I wandered away from this one though. Wait a second. Okay, one, there's no set things. Anything in the middle has to be on. That's a starter thing. We know that. What can we do with that information? Close to something. It cuts off that one. But we know the middle ones always have to be on. Or off, but they all have to be in the same concordance because they're being touched on by the same things on two sides. So we know this to be true. The question really now is what to do with it. We can't place that one there because it kills the whole thing. We can place it there, that's fine. We can place that there. So if I suppose that, I can connect this one here or here, but that's it. We do need to cut the space at some point, but that's not the right time to do it. I need to cut this into sort of like a north and south kind of thing too. How do you know what you're doing? That's a huge question. So the way this specific puzzle type works is every partition you're going to make here, so either on or off, has to contain exactly two of the same color. But it may contain more than one color of type. So like this is a valid partition because it has two yellows and two purples. But these other partition now is no longer valid because it has too many. You cannot have more, you cannot have less, you have to have exactly two. There are other weirder rules when you get to adding more symbols together, but for this particular puzzle, there's only one type of symbol, and that is the rule. There's other puzzles that are more complicated. But the whole point of this game is to figure out what you're doing and understand how these specific rules affect the puzzle you're looking at. Sometimes you understand a rule, but then your understanding is incomplete. So you've got to work from there. It's symmetric. Everything I do kind of has to go the same way. Maybe, maybe not. But the one obvious thing is that you cannot partition... Like, if I leave this one off, I can't do... Well, I can do that, but again, it's symmetric, so it's fine. I can have this on. Other puzzles have bits that are stuck on or off, so like these ones are stuck on or off, I can't toggle them. And that means there's one solution, but as long as it doesn't have that constraint, there are two solutions. The correct solution and its inverse, which is also a correct solution. So I just need to find one of the two. I don't need both. That's a loser. We know that. This is a loser tile. We know that because it'll cut these off. From this one, this is a loser tile because it cuts that off. And from this one, we know that's a loser tile. Okay, this is actually helpful. This is actually helpful. So if I do this, then it sucks. No. What I really want to do is something... Oh, what do I want to do? I really want to do this, but that makes it so this area... That means this one's dead. Actually, no, if I do that, that cuts off these two. But I can make this wiggle here. No, I can't do that. All right, so I think I do have to do that. But then that makes it so I can't cut through the middle. I have to do at some point cut through the middle. If I do that, then I can't really... No, that doesn't work. I can do it for one of them, but not necessarily the other. So if I do that, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I would be stuck there. It's closer to any of the ones I wanted to work. But only closer. What if that's it? What if I do need to partition this into a bunch of interlocked L shapes? How many valid L shapes can I make? Right? Like, that is a valid L shape, but it cuts that off. But what if we lock this way? I'm close. I can feel it. No. No. Maybe I'm not close. I can't feel it. I want to do this L shape, but that isn't going to work. What if it's not a last interlocked L shape? What I want to do is like this. But again, it has to be exact partitions. If I do add anywhere, that's going to cut it. But I like this idea of L shapes. I really like the idea of L shapes. Can't do that because I can't actually separate things properly that way. Can I use these types of shapes? I can use multiple types of shapes. This is Tetris. Kind of. It's kind of Tetris. But the last rule is I can't have opposite shapes touch. Yeah, this is what I have to do. I have to cut this into 4 shapes, I think. It's possible that there's a more differenter cut somehow. But I think the way this is laid out, I want to kind of use Tetris shapes to do this. But I just have to find Tetris shapes that work. I can't partition big ones through the middle, but I do need to cut through the middle. I like the idea of S shapes, but I can't fit... Well, no, I don't like the idea of S shapes, actually, because the few places... I can only really put an S shape here. If I step it back when I end up with that problem where I'm partitioning... I can do it there, which doesn't work. Let's go back to this. This seems like the only thing I know for sure. No, I'm not even sure I know that now, right? Because it actually isn't on 3 sides. If it was on 2 sides, it would be, but because it's 3, it isn't. Because we can have partitions like this. So that logic doesn't follow. And because it's not entirely symmetric, I can't actually use that. No, that doesn't help. Back to the idea of L's. Like, this L looks really nice. Then I just would need one more consisting only of these tiles. Which don't buy. Nope. I feel like everything I'm doing is just symmetric, right? Oh! Maybe I want to separate into 5 areas? Doesn't help this little guy down here. It's probably a very simple, elegant solution to this. I have the same problem again. I don't want to like print it on paper and just like start cutting it out, but I definitely feel like that's going to be bad too. It's not L's. Maybe it's something else. Yeah, there's... I can have a maximum size partition of 4. That doesn't preclude me from having smaller partitions where I feel it relevant. So what if I did that? What if I have smaller partitions? And still place some Tetris pieces around. That's one purple too many on that side. I can't connect the purples. That looks like it has promise, actually. Until I looked at it harder. If I separate those out... No, because I have that problem. I really need to be able to touch something else on this row to cut it out. Am I missing a Tetris? I guess there's the line piece! But the line piece doesn't really solve the problem. So we have the S, the Z, the L, the reverse L, the square, and the whatever we call this, the T block. We have covered it all. Yeah, T. T was what I was missing, but we got it. We got the T block. Is there any place I could put a T block, I guess? I feel like the answer is, in fact... Well, I can place a T block here. Which is nice. It doesn't help me. T sounds promising. I like the idea of T more than some of the other ones I've been trying. Oh. Yeah, 2 T blocks. Bam, done. Which earns me this. Which I solved on accident? Wait. I can start anywhere, can't I? Well, this is actually already solved. Hooray! That worked. Ah, I see. You solve it to go to the level you want to go to. Which takes me here. I'm not sure where here is, but it took me here. So what if I do 3? Does it appear to go higher? I was on 3. It unsolved the puzzle when I left. Yeah, I was not expecting the elevator. I was expecting the door. Well, it unsolved itself. Does that count? Do I have to go back and solve it again? Using stairs? Oh, well, I found more puzzles. It's what I wanted, so we'll go with that. This needs to be done in 2 partitions. It's nice to be able to do easy puzzles again. Okay, so that's one trick. My 4s can't actually get to all the lemons. So I think what that means is the 4s have to kind of just take what they... Oh, I can connect the 2 4s, right? That's an important rule to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That means these are off. These are on, and we do that. Alright, it's 7 each? 7 each. Okay, my initial thought wasn't great. There's 16 total. Yeah, 4 times 4 is 16. 7 plus 7 is 14. That means I can only turn on or off 2 blocks. No, this doesn't scan. What am I... Okay, let me double check the logic here. We do that. Yeah. I have to have everything but 2 blocks. Yeah, there's 2 outies, exactly. Exactly. So that's weird. Sevens could be separate. Oh, that is it. I don't think the 2 sevens can be separate. Oh, they can be separate. Right. Okay, you're right. That's the thought. Something like this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. They could be separated. I definitely did not think that right. That 3 is a problem. That 3 means it's something like this. Or this. One or the other. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. No. Also, I can't count. That's 7. Okay. let's go back to start. Okay, so the 3 is the most constrained thing. It has to be on, doesn't matter, symmetric puzzle. It has to expand not into this. We know that that's fuzzy. It has to expand that way. Or it can't expand that way because there's no way to complete it. And then it has to, because of that, expand either up or over. So we know that to be true. This has to expand into this area, which I think just means I end up partitioning it somehow. I liked where I was going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then I have to do that, and I don't like that. If I were to block off this area, still too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many. But I could block off that area, but then the 6s get me. There's too many. Okay. I can't connect this to that because of the 3. These have to be in the Aether. I do kind of wonder if I could get away with this. 1 too many, but who needs 1 too many? Alright. And, of course, the good old, you can power these things off of the other colors. Sometimes they're easy. Sometimes they're not. Actually, how many am I up to now? 242. 424. Getting closer. Okay. Because of this 3, I have to do that. I don't think I can do anything other than that. Because if it goes out this way, I can't connect it. If it goes that way, yeah, okay. So that's proven. Oh, and just do that. These are not supposed to be hard puzzles, I don't think. Okay, the only rule that's important here is that these parts are separated, and then that the 4 is happy. Oh, that's a problem. I need that. What if I don't? Okay, I can do that, but then I can't partition this for easily. Okay, well, clear it off. Think harder. Alright, so we have this 4. It could do a lot of things, but because of its length, I can't connect 2 of these within a partition of it. So the partition for the 4s has to be separated from the partitions that have these. What I want to do is something like this, but that doesn't fly. For more than one reason. Oh, that connects them. Okay, don't connect them. That's 4 there. These 2 connect. There's too many in the 4 area. Okay. Let's try boxing off the 4. It'd be something like that, but then this is boxed off. And that's not 4. I can do that to get that out. That's still that's not 4. That blocks me off. It's a tricky little bit here. No, that doesn't work. Okay. That way, or I can kind of... In fact, those are the 2 options. I want these 2 to connect. It's something like this. It's something like this. It's not quite this, but it's something like this. But then I leave my diamonds alone. There's nowhere for me to put that. Again, this goes back to Tetris pieces, doesn't it? I'm gonna make this Tetris... Oh, that's it. Just gotta think about Tetris pieces. Anytime I'm stuck, Tetris pieces. What? Oh. Those are 5s. That's why this puzzle's different. I was confused. Okay, a 5 means I can actually partition it to include the... You can't include them. Oh, they're both 5s. Okay, that actually is interesting. Okay, so that... This is outward. So let's say I do that. That was easy. Much easier than the last one. Okay, the blue one has to connect to that. So we know these have to be on to connect to that. Similarly, these have to be off to connect to that. Oh, that's no longer 4. That's why it's unhappy. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, where does this door go? It takes me up here, so now I can have this puzzle be solved. Cool. Go down here. There's a big puzzle here for presumably summoning the elevator. Is that where the elevator let me off last time? Well, let's find out really quick. Also, curiously, what does it do if I do this? It takes me to 3. I feel like we can go higher. What does this do? Takes me to 1. Curiouser and curiouser. Well. What? Suddenly a rule that I don't understand. There's no inverters. These are both already on. If they are partitions of 1, then they must be surrounded. Oh, yeah, never mind. Saw the 6. This is 5. So these have to be part of the same partition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connects to the 9. Simple enough. Easy. How does this work, though? Okay, let me check something. 249. Still 249. If I break this puzzle... and move to the first floor... Is it still 249? Or 429? It's still 429. Okay, so I don't lose that puzzle. It's... Still, once you solve a puzzle, it goes for your count. It does not matter if it's currently solved or active like that. Alright, well, it was good I found this. Wait. It was good I found this, but I don't think there's anything else for me to do here unless there's some way to trick this elevator to go higher. Which, there might be. I don't think there is. I think this is directly below this part here. And my attempts to do otherwise were weird. So, like, 2 takes you to 2. But if I do this, it takes me to 3. It looks like it just tries to take the highest... It takes the odd man out, effectively. So, that's cool. Let's wander around here. I haven't been here since the very first stream. So there might be puzzles I didn't solve somewhere around here. Possibly. Kind of doubt it, but possibly. This boat, I think, is done as a puzzle. I don't have to connect it to anything anymore. I hope. This was where the sort of tutorial area was for these diamonds. Not quite tutorial, but it was one of the easier areas. Very down here. Let's go back up to the ruined pagoda. The pagoda of ruination. Alright, so these are all solved. And then after I solved those, this area opened. And this room was the last for the set. This looks like a door, but it's not. I think there's nothing more for me to do in this specific area. Floor 2 just exists for me to unlock the complete bypass. Because you gotta build bypasses. Is there any other... There's 2 ways out of here. The top way and the bottom way. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well... So I'm done with that. Already checked that area again. There's probably other areas I need to double check, but... I feel I should be looking for more waterfalls. I just feel like waterfalls are the key to the whole thing. So I did this and went in here and solved these puzzles, which were just kind of here to solve. This was a beautiful puzzle, by the way. Another one of those build a large pair of symmetrical shapes. It was onerous to do, but still beautiful. Check around the trees. Trouble with the maples and all that. Oh, and of course this area, which I can get to now through this spot, because that's so much more convenient than having to do all that. This still looks suspicious to me. Not that I can do anything about it, but it still looks suspicious. I can't actually get up there, but I don't think I need to. It's completely solved. And my tree. I like my trees. I like the tree area was not quite as interesting of a puzzle set as some of the other ones. Not all observation and environmental puzzles can be winners, unfortunately. Need to go around there to get into there. Does this take us to binary land? No, it takes us to more tree land. It takes us to Menorah tree land. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize you could get over there. I'd ask if you could use that to skip stuff, but clearly you can't, because that's not how this game works. I've been down here. The old abandoned creek. Yep, I have. Maybe closer to the beginning of the game then. Well, that area over there was weird. Maybe over there. Let's try out over there. Because I don't think I need to get back down there. Well, or more accurately, I think I can get around it if need be. And here... Okay, there was just this one big puzzle. This puzzle. So we did all that. And then this area was also completely solved. And so long ago. I guess I could rejigger it to get down there, but I don't think that downward area is going to be the winner. So I hope not. Really don't want to rejigger this. I like it the way it is. Just running around aimlessly. Kind of fun to run around aimlessly. It's very pretty terrain, honestly. Yeah, I'm looking at the waterfalls. Perhaps the waterfalls are too obvious for this. Maybe there's a different sort of thing I need to be looking for. You know. What do you say, Beardo? Are the warp points puzzles you can solve? You saw one a little bit ago that had a black tile. Yeah, they can. I believe they count. Do you know roughly where it was? Because I didn't see that, but I'm happy to go back. And a white one just now? Yes. This one is white because it's been solved. Some of these are weird. Like the one that's underneath the waterfall doesn't show up. Backtrack to the north? Okay. I can do that. Backtracking to the north. As I get stuck on various objects. I was here. Looked in here. Then I went over here. Don't think there were any over here. Excuse me. Then go back more northwardly. There, wait, no, not that way. I always get confused here. The door tricks me. Okay, so back to the north. Oh, check this door just in case anything's changed. Nothing has changed. Alright, so I was over here in this garden. Oh, yeah! How odd. Because it says it's lit up. Oh, okay. I think what happened is I might have, like, messed around with it but not used it to get to another location. And so it counted as unsolved. But as long as you give a valid solution, I think it counts the area you went to as solved. So let's see. That's solved. And then go further down. I don't think it would have added to my puzzle. Yeah, no. 229, I think, is where I was last time. So I think it still is solved, but it's just weird because it got unsolved when you used it. So let's see what happens if I walk to the other one. If it's in the solved or unsolved state. It's in the unsolved state. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing for the fast travel. But it's good. We've solved that one. So we can leave it be now. It's a little bit deceptive. I would definitely want that to be solved and keep it solved after you leave. Because you know the answer to that one if you're using it to fast travel somewhere else, presumably. Or if you've entered that one once before. I thought that shadow looked like something I could walk into. So this is still where the remaining 3 puzzles are. We'll probably go and give those another shot in a minute if I run out of good ideas of where to find things. The only other thing I can think of is to backtrack to the beginning. I haven't gone back there ever, really. Let's actually look at the map more carefully, see if there's any other spot I didn't go to. Like, it only feels like there's a few places that maybe you could jam yourself in, but I feel like the dev would want to guard against that kind of thing. Like, make it so you can't find a cool endgame area immediately off the bat. Okay. I forgot this one. Apparently, I think because it's lit up, I did solve it. I don't remember what the solution was, though. I think it might be... Oh, wait, that goes up one higher than I think it does. That's the key. Okay. I think I remember this one now. It's this, and then this. And then that. There we go. It's just the environmental puzzle. I looked at this as a row, and it's not. It's just this particular section. Does it count for the total? No. But we'll go back to the very beginning, just because it's interesting to see how this game starts. Like, you go on from the very beginning. Huh. You know, I was thinking about, is there another source of these puzzles? But I guess there is. You have to make the shapes and they're inverted. You actually have to make sure the shapes show up. That's... Yeah, that's interesting. Here's the very first puzzle of the game. I'm trapped now. There's no reason to do that. But still, it's interesting to see. But I don't think there's anything here that looks like more puzzles. Ah. There we go. Grab that. Alright, one sec. Okay, much better. Had a little coughing fit. Not ideal. It's just very dry here, so I figure a little bit of beverage will help. Though in this case, no point in being cagey. It's just water. It's delicious, good old filtered water. Not fridge water. Regular water. Well, not tap water. Tap water here is nasty. DC, after all, was in fact built on a swamp. The whole drain the swamp thing was not merely an exercise in, you know, impugning bureaucrats, which is a thing I'm fine with. But it also, DC is literally built on top of an actual swamp, because no one else really wanted it. Well, they had to get, like, Maryland and Virginia to chip in, and Virginia took theirs back during the Civil War. It's a complicated thing. But it's still a swamp. Just saying. Keep trying to find, like, a way to get off the beaten path. There must be more. Hello again, Matt. I hope you're excited about something Pokemon related. Just hopped back again to say hi. Oh, nice. I appreciate it. The adult in me says also, like, go to bed, but I don't care that much. It's Sunday. Be a little groggy Monday. It's fine. Then you were doing stuff. Stuff is important. Stuff is very important to do. It's trying to say something to me. The ending for this game didn't make a lot of sense in terms of revealing anything useful. I wonder if I can get down there. Alright, sleep well, Matt. See you later, again. I'm really glad I solved those ones before I went to go to the other labyrinths. It helped a lot. Not to mention being able to see it on screen more easily without having to, like, bifurcate it. I feel like I must be missing something. Maybe I should look at one of the maps next time I come across one. This takes me up there. I've already been up there. This puts me here. I've been here. Definitely feel like I'm missing... like... I don't... No? No... God, I don't want us to resolve this in case, like... There's some weirdness. Forgot about this area to wander through. It's a good wandering area. Honestly, I think I might just need to go back to the room with the puzzles that I haven't solved, instead of going around here trying to find other puzzles to solve. Because, like, at this point, I've got, what, there's 3 in there remaining, so that put me up to 431. That means there's 14 puzzles somewhere I haven't solved, but I have no idea where they could be. Like, at this point, I'm actually a little bit lost. Like, I found the other puzzle area pretty much just on accident. Like, I just happened to run into an area that was hidden from view. So I kind of wonder if there's another area like that? Or, like, if I just hump a wall, maybe press A and go, a few times, it'll just work out. But I'm not finding anything. I think I'll go back and try to solve one of those puzzles again, because I'm out of ideas. Where do I want to go to make that easier? I think the lines are probably the fastest route there. But yeah, there's got to be another, like, door to puzzles. 2 more puzzles. It's hiding around here somewhere, but I have no idea where at this point. If anyone has ideas, feel free to shout them out. Because I don't. Well, aside from the idea of solving more puzzles. Alright, back. I don't think I spent a lot of time on this one. Well, no, I kind of did. Okay, so then we made an X. This has to be part of the shape, but it's not, like, mandatory right now to deal with that problem. And we know that this has to match up. Oh, I guess I could use that shape for that. Seen a few black squares here and there, but they were on challenges. Yeah, like I noticed the islands with the bridges all not lit up anymore, but I think because I have solved them once, they count. But yeah, I feel like there just must be another big puzzle area that's somewhere, like the room with the elevator. It's somewhere around here. I just don't know where yet. But I have other things to do till then, I suppose. The big thought that I just had, which is important, is that I realized that I could use this to take care of the diamond problem, which gives me a nice and interesting degree of freedom elsewhere. So I'm still thinking about that, because I can use the white line to power the... Yeah, I can't use that. Apparently I can't use the white line to power the diamond. Apparently if I put all of those together, it makes them very unhappy. Huh. Maybe the white line has to be correct to power the diamond. Let me double check something. Actually, no. The white line is 4 away. I can't use the white line. That's important. Maybe these head puzzles are blocking. Yeah, it's a valid point. It's possible I need to solve everything in here. So, better off not spending a bunch of time wandering around. But it was good that I found the puzzles by looking around. So, yeah, this can only go to right. So it's possible... This one has to be not... It probably has to be inverted. It doesn't have to be, but it probably has to be. What was the other inference I liked? Ah, yeah, okay. This needs to be inverted. These two have to be, like, pretty plain shapes. And they're on because this one is off. But it could be off and it could do something like this. No, I can't go down from the shape immediately because then I bump into that and I don't want to mess with that because I can't go right. Okay, so it can't be that. So therefore this is inverted. And therefore this is not inverted. Okay, cool. It has to be this. That works. And this pretty much restricts this to being that shape, if any shape. So that's cool. And then I'd have to box this off, which is bad. Okay. Let's take that corner off. That doesn't solve my problem. That doesn't solve my problem. Because I still need to box it. This corner being there actually helped. But then... I can't backtrack once I'm here. If I go down... I need to have that there, which is bad. I can't take it out one out further. I could try just a different routing. No, I can't do that. I can go down 2 from there. So change that there. Down to right 1. And down. Over. Has the same problems. Ah, I understand. Okay, so maybe the solution actually is to not care. Sounds silly, but I think that is it. Like, I think that it's just going to have, like, this wart here, so I can do something like that. It is also possible that that does extend that way, but I don't like that. But just want to check to make sure it's happy when I do this. That one's happy. Good enough. Okay. So now, this has to be inverted. It could do other things. It could go up. don't know yet. It probably just boxes off. Like, this whole section's kind of happy. Leave that alone. I know those edges. Switch that wiggle, because I can do that. Something... Oh, I can't... No, I didn't think so. Yeah, that sucks. Boxing this in is really tricky. That works. But that doesn't. Okay, that's a constraint I hadn't considered. This can't grow upward. If it is going to be inverted... Well, it can't be part of this, right? It can't... It cannot. Because it grows upward. Has to be its own thing. Can't grow up. I'm adding more constraints to this area, and I don't like it. No real other way I can do the routing for that. What if I... No, that doesn't help. I think I need to solve the symmetric shape problem. I don't like enough of this. Okay. Okay, back to that. We know that to be true. And then this, I have to make a choice. One or the other, and then solve from there. That's all I can do at this point. There's nothing else I can do. These seem not immensely constrained. I like this because I can't have it... Yeah, I can't have that. It has to be that, because if this is a blank tile, then it adds to that set, which is too much. No, it's not too much, but like, yeah, okay, it could work. Because I've changed my understanding of this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know if there's a way to fully logic this out. Okay, so I do this. And we know that are ghosty. Then this connects to that, so it has to be at least size 4. Can we make a size 4 without adding to... No, that's not a partition, who cares? So bam, it's size 4. And that's a theoretical shape. That's not a theoretical shape, it could be. So it could be something like this for the time being. Then that means this needs to be boxed in, which would require this, which seems bad. Well, it doesn't have to be boxed in. It can grow... It could go that way. Or wait. Oh. Yeah, it'd be something like that. Which does look good. Alright, well that's mandatory now. This 3. I can't, that's not a partition, I can fill it in. Idea of separating this doesn't work. Because if I do that, then I have to do that. It doesn't work. And so the only solution was something like that, which is now impossible because that's at the fork of that. Be something like that, and that makes it so I have to do something else. I've reached a long contradiction, but an awful lot of my logical steps weren't good. I wouldn't be surprised if parts of this are part of the solution, but I end up having to do something different here, and I don't like it. Other possibilities. Other possibilities. No, that has to be on regardless. You do that. Doesn't work because of the 3. Also, it doesn't work because of that. There's only 2 ways to constrain that, and one of them is to let the 4 flow out that way. So I think this actually has to be on regardless. So I think that's something we've learned at least, which means there's only one way this can look. Because if I do this, then the 4... Well, actually, no, I could do... No, then that doesn't work. There's no way for me to put the 4 in without adding it to this, which is too big. Yeah, okay. So I think these actually have to be on by definition. That's like another thing I know to be true, just like this. Independently of what direction I decide to flip that. So I think this is the correct part of that, and that's what I need to work off of. So let's nix all the work I just did and start from that precept. That those have to be on, and this has to be our shape. So knowing that, can I make the other parts happy? I can't have this one lit up. That's not even where the shape is, Pat. That's not even where the shape is. The shape has to be this. For that to work. Which leads to the problem of I need this to go up 3 and I can't. So that's not a great winner. It's rotatable. That's the key. It's rotatable. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to solve this in the manner I have so chosen. This is on, then that's all happy. If this is off, then I have to do this. Yeah, okay, so that has to be middle on. No, then I'm in a contradiction. Because what I need is for what I need for this to work. Okay, maybe I've taken a couple steps in the wrong direction. Let's take a step back. Because, yeah, I need to have 3 of the same, so this either has to be all off or all on, in which case I can't make that shape. I can't make the shape in the clear. Let's remove this. I still think this has to be part of the solution. So then, the only way I could make this work is if it's going that way. That's it. There's no other way for that to work, which means that's not going to fly. In fact, actually, no, this can't work this way because of that. Alright, well, let me try to convince myself of the truth of this upper area again. Okay. So, either if this is all off, it touches that. This can be on, but I can't get it out in 4. I could if I could go through this square. That's why the square is lit up. So I think, therefore, that this has to be truth. This also has to be truth because we have to cut up the 4. Have I made any progress? A little bit. I think I'm up to a few more puzzles. So 429 out of 445-ish. I'm close-ish to the end. I might need like one more small stream after this to do it, unless I suddenly become a lot more brilliant than I have been this evening. So anyway, then I can't, and this has to be an inverted shape because of that. Because I can't light it up directly because it'll impugn on that. And then in order for that thing to be happy, it has to be surrounded by 3 of the same type. So that's another condition. Now I still need this 3 to exist. The only way for the 3 to exist, I feel like, is to turn this on. And then this is on. And then that happens. Not sure. Gonna go to sleep? Alright, sleep well. Ugh. It's an important thing to do. I appreciate sleep. Oh! Oh, okay. You know what? I understand what I was thinking wrong. Maybe I don't understand what I was thinking wrong. Alright, if this is off, it has to be... This one has to be on, because it cannot be part of the 4. It's off, it's part of the 4. It has to be on, which means this is true. Which means this is true. Which means... No, because then I'm in a contradiction. So they're getting close to getting judging done with SMB3? Oh, nice! Yeah, that's what I heard. Heard a little bit from Fisk when he was finishing up, which was a bit ago, my understanding. But he might still be... Oh, I think he had some, like, bookkeeping to do, because he does judging differently. He comes from the NES dev style of judging, which is weirder for me, whereas, like, something like you stack rank each one based upon, like, 4 characteristics or something, and then those are used to turn to scores somehow with Magic. So he started by stack ranking and then did something. So I saw a stack rank. I know what that is, but other than that, I can't say much. Not going to reveal anything. Right. These are the things I think are true. But yeah, it should be cool when they actually get them out. Wouldn't be surprised if it's any day now. Just, I don't know until... I won't know till they know. I'm not the one running it. Thank goodness. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll host a contest, but I think I should probably enter a contest first before hosting. Had a decent idea for a CLD or a QLDC level, but since I'm judging Hack Jam, not going to be able to use it this year. Maybe next year. Or maybe I'll just make a really silly hack and use that idea up. We'll see. Oh, wait a second. Is there any way to get that to work? Can I get this 3 out? Always take a long time to post any updates. I mean, that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. Like, judging is hard. If you've never done it, it's a lot of playtime. So, for instance, I wasn't judging. It took me 6-ish hours, 5 to 6 hours to clear all the levels. That's without doing things that I would be doing while judging, where, like, I want to write down notes about the levels, what I liked, what I didn't like, try to score them based upon the rubric. Like, all sorts of stuff you need to do when you're judging. It just takes a lot more time, and people gotta find it first. So, Fistbit's unemployed. Well, fun-employed. So he doesn't have that problem as much as other people, but he has other projects. And typically judges don't post status updates or anything unless they feel like it. I think it's an option if you want to. I don't guess I've never been told I can't. No, actually, I guess I have seen someone do that. Stay-at-home Stegosaurus. Was that who did it? Was Steg the one who did it for KLDC? He kept uploading video updates to show he was making progress, but I guess he didn't tell people how far they were going. Either way, it's just a thing you can do. It's an option. I realized an important thing, and I've yet to articulate it in this set, but I don't know how to fix it. I realized I could trim this down to 1 unit block, and that does solve a problem. Wait, why is that unhappy? It's the same shape. Wait, what? Yeah, good night. I am actually now very confused. Oh, wait. Does it need to have a different rotation? It's the same shape. I am actually confused now. Oh, wait. Well, but now that one's not happy. What the heck? Something... Okay. Ah. I was sharing it with the white one. That's why. Interesting. That's really interesting, actually. What does that mean for me? Well, previously... Well, crap. Okay. How do I fix that? I have options. I do, in fact, have options. Let me think about what they are, but... Alright, if I let this out by 1... No, that's not an option. Okay, so I have to make it so that this isn't that shape. How? No, that's impossible. That can't go. How do I solve this set of constraints without making that shape? There's no magical way I could make that work. This has to be on. Well, no. It's rotatable. It's important to remember it's rotatable. Okay. So I could do this and then put that there, but then I can't. No, okay. It's on, but I could invert. No. None of that solves my problem. None of it. Because if this is on, the only way to make this happy is that, and then I have the problem of them sharing the same shape size, or same shape. And I can't let out the shape in anywhere, because this is all set. This is set. It just keeps going. Maybe I should try the other one again. Maybe I'm just too mired into my specific solution. It's very possible. Very possible that I'm just mired in a specific solution. Can I add the black to... Oh. Yeah, I can. That works. Okay. So that puts us into this configuration. Which is still a little finicky. I'm back to this. Okay, this particular block set is a little bit tricky to deal with. Not rotatable. Has to be around. I think that is the key. That might just be the key to the whole thing, though. No. But then I have to... If I do combine the two, which looks like that, then I can't do this. Then there has to be a different solution to the 4. Invert the left half. Yeah, I think if I invert the left half, I end up with a different problem, because then I have this, right? Oh, right. If we do that, how did I solve that problem? It becomes part of this 4. I need to have 4 tiles for it to grow into. If I still assume that this is the case, let me back to precept. Okay, so things we do know for certain. We can do this. If we do this, then we want to connect these. It looks something like that. That actually looks pretty decent. Now the question is, how do I deal with this stick? So I block those off. Then the stick becomes part of this 4. And I can't deal with that because I can't have it flow into this shape. Because this shape is bounded by this 4 here. Because I cannot make it smaller. Like, that's the only way I can get a 4 out of there. It's kind of, I wonder if I should just not worry about it, kind of thing. If I connect this to that, would we make a wax shape like that? That's something I hadn't considered. I have a lot of freedom with this, actually, because I have this other 4 here. So let's say we connect it at the very bottom here, right? Rotate 1, 2 there, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 cell region. Connect that. Connect that. What are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4, it's the same shape, so if I box it off now, it's happy. I just have to deal with this shape, which is severely underconstrained, because I have so many cells to work with. That was precisely it. Oh, that was a good insight, Kappa. The connecting parts. Connecting 3 and 4. I really shouldn't have overlooked that. I love the emotes because I have it set up so I actually have to like scroll over to see the animated emotes. I have to go look at the Twitch chat. I need to fix that. Somehow I need to like put the emote names somewhere so I can see what they are. Sonar 2D TV has good ones. Well, I almost never end up watching him. I think the last time I watched Sonar TV, I was watching him play... It was like guess the Toho character based upon some small set of constraints. He wasn't very good at it. And neither was I, trying to play along at home. There's too many Toho characters. Alright. So we're back to this, or the other rotation puzzle. So looking at this, we have... That's the only thing I can really come up with that I know for sure. The other things that are plausible, it's possible that this diamond, or this line... I thought it was possible these lines connect, but I don't think they do. Subscribe for Sonar emotes. Literally never watch the stream. Understandable. Understandable. Sometimes people have really great emotes, but you never end up watching them. Like, I could imagine doing the same thing for Eldad. Because frankly speaking, I just love Eldad Shrug. The Pride Shrug I have isn't quite as good. But Eldad Shrug is a perfect emote. In fact, I mostly subscribe to Juz for the emotes now I think about it. Juz Snug, Juz Smug, and Juz High. He has great emotes. Yoshi emotes are just good emotes. Maybe I should get a Yoshi emote one of these days. I know a guy who does Yoshis. One of these days. Okay, back to thinking about things. I do believe that this has to be true. I liked that last time. I think this has to connect to that. How exactly, I'm not sure. But we have to mirror the motion. So if we want to get it over there, we have to do something like this wiggle, which puts us in a weird spot vis-a-vis this thing. Because we need to seal it off. Now we can seal it off, kind of. Just a little bit. This expands this by 1, which is a problem here. So, but I could just take it down 1 further without much problems, because I would need to rotate anyway. This part of here is getting weird, though. But I can't really check these things out early. We assume this is true, then I guess that has to be a block if we're going for inverted, which I think we are for this one. I do need a shape that I can use that's rotationally equivalent. That lets me eat the diamonds, though. Let's see. I need to add it on either side, and that's a problem because this one constrains that, but I guess I could move this one out. But then that would connect with this, and that would be a nightmare, so no. These ones are incredibly unhelpful. Guess I can do that. This can grow upward by 2. It can't grow upward by 3. Which is interesting. Could grow that way. I don't like it. Rotational. So it has to have... As it stands, I can't do that. I don't like this puzzle. Alright, I'm gonna go look at the rotation puzzle. What's my number now? 430. Close. Not close enough. There's 15 puzzles remaining, 2 of which I know where they are. The rest I don't really know. Which bugs me. Alright. This one. I'm back to this. I still think it has something to do with making, like, L-ish shapes. But the important thing to remember is I can't have them overlap, really. So what if we can do something different? What if we can do, like, this, this. Can't cut that off with that. That gets it stuck, but that's fine. No, that's not fine, because then I'm dividing into, like, weird regions. I feel almost like this one's under-constrained. Also this. What is with this guest puzzle thing? What is a guest puzzle? Yeah, I don't know what a guest puzzle is. I'm actively confused on that front. Really wish there was like one of anything else on this board. Any other minor constraint. But there isn't. Okay, so... What if I... Alright, so start with the obvious. We do this. Then these don't work because they need to be different shapes. So we can't cut that off that way. It's rotational, though, so I could do that. That's more interesting. Yeah, that wasn't going to fly. The way these are arranged, I do think that they have to share partitions at times. But there's no good rhyme or reason for it. Like, this could work, but only if I can center all the other ones. All the other white pieces. Need to be able to block that square, which I can't do if I'm centering it, because it's got to be in the center. I can't go left, can't go right. That would have to be what that looks like, but it's, again, centered. If I could rotate this, that doesn't work. Well... I guess that's another question I have in terms of my understanding, which is really bogged down here. Do I have a... Okay, so here is a thought that I had. We have pairs here. They can share their, like, 2 origins if they need to. With 3, they all have to share the same origin square, for whatever that means. So, for instance, if I'm going to make this work, I think these all have to have, like, this property of being a center square. Like, if I was going to go for T-squares, say, they all need to be in the same T-square spot. So, can I check that? Is there any shape I can make that just gets the 3 black ones just out of my hair? Like, this could work, and that could work, and that doesn't satisfy the black ones. Yeah, I think that should be. I think I do have to. I do need them to be separate shapes for this to work. That might be the constraint I need. Might, being the operative word. So if I wanted to make them all in 3s, share tetramnos. I definitely think they got to share. I don't know what the shape is going to be though, but I do think like the white and black ones can share, but they all have to land on the same squares. That's kind of the key thing. Or shared triominoes, yeah. The tiling is just not quite where I need it to be. Said the man who suddenly discovered a tiling that kind of worked. Almost works. We can play around with this. Why are they unhappy with that? Why doesn't this work? These are all in the origin. These are all on a side. The right side whites are on the opposite side of the opposite leg of the triomino. I gotcha. I need a different tiling. It's close. Makes them all. Oh, that means these 3 do share it. No. Don't think it's fixable? Yeah, I'm losing faith in this specific tiling. There might be a different one. I think the triples are the way forward. Maybe. No, none of this makes sense. I swapped that, which is bad. This is the kind of puzzle for this game I've had a lot of trouble, is ones where I can't find a good in to start logicking from. In which case I end up just throwing spaghetti everywhere. I don't think trying to center these is going to be the winner. That doesn't even make sense. I need to then cut that off somehow. But that changed the legs, so that makes them unhappy. Also, that doesn't work anyway, because these all 3 need to be in separate ones. I did something like that. Oh, black's now centered. Can't go for black center. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. I do this. Cannot cut this off without making it to a tetramino instead of a triomino, so no. If I do this, up with the same sort of shape. Right, because that's still that's not middle biased. No way for me to get those 2 to be with 1 in the middle there, so it has to avoid that. I need legs. It's got legs. Knows how to choose them. Then I can't. I've had close things, but I don't like any of this. These need to be in separate ones. Black on the left, white on the right. I kind of like what you're thinking with that. I just need to figure out how to make it work. Wish I could get back to one of those configurations that kind of looked good. Because now I don't even know how to get to that. Kind of like that. Would mean I need this to be fully spec'd and that to be out. So far so good. And then... there we go. Just a matter of choosing the right place to start tiling. No, not graphics. Bam! 31. And more faces. Drinking games that might kill you. Drink every time you see a face in this game. By the time you get several shots in, you'll see a lot more faces. Alright, there's only one left in here. So, I guess this is our penance room now. This combines the mechanics I like, well, at least two of the mechanics I like the least. Alright, so let's just consider this. We're going to ignore everything else. Can I make this work? That is not a valid rotation. I think, actually, in order for that to be a valid rotato, I need to do this. No, it doesn't like that either. Is it not a rotatable enough shape? Has it got to be something? It's got to be... I can't expand in enough directions for that to be the case. How can I live with a wart on that thing that still makes the rotations... two warts on that thing that make the rotations happy? I can't make it a 4x4... well... Okay. So it's already unhappy with this. Because the rotation doesn't line up. It has to be adjacent to on that edge. So would it be happy with this? Yes. Okay. And then if I throw one of these on, would it be happy with that? No. Would it be happy if I did that? Yes. Okay, I found a rotation that works to solve the two problems we have to solve before we can really dig into the meat of the problem. We can add to these a bit. So, for instance, we can cut this area off, which might be what we want. Now, that does lead to this being a bit of a problem. Can I make that shape again? No, it has to grow upward, so I can't do that. I need to expand it. Oh, wait, because that leg is that leg over there. But I could change the rotation of this. No. Oh, wait, I think that changed that to that leg. Think harder. Okay, so I do this. That's correct. I do this. Oh, then it becomes like it's no longer rotation, is it? Rotate the whole thing. Then that's on a different axis. That's the problem. Okay, so I have to turn this 90 degrees this way, which means that that square always has to be the lit one, and that square has to be unlit. Can't change the edge. Can't change the rotation. The edge of the grid's fixed the plane. Fix the plus. No, I think I get it now. I just wasn't happy with this, but I see a way out. So my problem was I didn't like how this wasn't running up into a ceiling, but I have a tile for that. So this is okay. This is okay. It's not great. It's okay. Other things I'm pretty certain of. Well, that one's going to be invisible or blanked out. So we know this is probably true. Yeah, this is probably true. This, on the other hand, also has to be invisible. Which might lead to this situation. We'll play with it more. No. I need to fill in this block, which I think I can do. This block, which I think I can do. And remove that block, which I can't do. Okay, this is a problem. I'm running into contradictions. Okay, so scoot back a sec. I think that still has to, with the current understanding, has to be true. Everything else, I don't know about. I need to connect this to this. That can't go down any further, so we know that's not going to fly. We know that can go there. We also know these two have to be on. That's what we got so far. So then... That's killing me, actually. So that would be... That would be fine. Okay. That would be fine, because I can do that. I don't know why I was on the opposite side of that. Okay. Now, can I fill these two in? Which one would this even be? Be opposite of diamond, so no, I can't fill that in. Okay. Oh. I can't fill that in. Is there a different routing I can take? Yes. Yes, I can. I can avoid that. Have to put that on there. Still happy. And that does allow us to cap that off. And then this one is down here. So now I have that partitioned, so we can continue. I think. Maybe. No, I'll use that square. Now I'm not symmetric. Okay. Is there any reason... No, if that's ever attached, it has to be right there. Okay. So that's that one, and that's that one. That is our starting culture. We have to come up with better solutions to problems now. We absolutely have to go this way. For now. I can't go that way. Oh, they're all... Okay, I guess I didn't consider this. We could actually do more with that. How do I do these again? Okay, I can do something. Okay, but it can't grow that far backwards. It's not rotatable, so I can't do that. Across from there. So this is this one. The lower right shape can be... Oh, you're right! Oh, God. I was... That changes what for me? It does help, actually. Somewhat. And that actually solves a lot of problems, huh? Okay. With that... Square... Okay, let's see. So, That would need to be on. To encroach that. What is this even? I don't want that. Okay. Turn those off for a sec. Let's see. I can't bring this down. That's also the wrong shape. That's the shape. Okay, problem solved. We can put that there. Then it can come up this way all at once. It can't. It can't come out that way all at once. We need to put a block here to make that the end of the fill. We're getting there. Also, I don't need to have that... This does, I think, actually have to connect to that. Okay. Yeah, can't go down one from there. Do I have those actually symmetric? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Also, this is unhappy now. Oh, I can't let those flow into each other. That's just bad business. Oh god, how can I fix that? It can't take that many steps forward. If I move this, that's that block. Can't get those to connect. That's not gonna fly. Wait, what? Oh, different origin. Ah, that gets me every time. I can't cut that corner, can I? No. No, this corner's kind of important. You can go up 3. Okay. I'm close now. Cannot add to the shape. This is an incredibly good wrong solution. So, okay. This has to have at max 2 adjacency. I can remove that. What does that get me? That gets me the puzzle. That gets me the puzzle. All right. 4, 3, 2. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is get up and have a quick pee break, and then I'm going to try to figure out where the rest of the puzzles are. Because I don't know. I'll be right back. Okay, so we've solved everything in here. We are actually done with this area. So what my current working theory is there's another cave somewhere else in this area, or somewhere else, period, that, oh, I see, they actually do put the things next to them too, I got confused, that has 15 more puzzles, or 14 more puzzles. 13 more puzzles. Where? Couldn't tell you. At least not right now. But we'll find them. And we'll solve them. Possibly not tonight. It is getting late-ish. But I do want to find it. Still kind of wonder if there's a way to get, like, under there. Look at the map again. Like, what area did I not explore thoroughly? Like, I went through Binary Land, I think, pretty decently. This area, I have to go back to get to this side of things, but that's a drag. There's another spot over there I couldn't quite get to. Oh, I do like this, actually. You can see it there. That's the puzzle. Interesting. There's also the possibility there's just other puzzles that I've missed? I don't buy that, no. Sure that resolving warp points doesn't fix it? I'm pretty sure. I went and, like, typed in I went and got all the warp points onto the map. Like, there should be 9 of them, minus the secret one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I thought I tried I tried the secret one, or the waterfall one, by going from it. Maybe I should try going to it and see if it shows up on the map. That's an easy enough thing to test. I think to remember, you know, a couple of dots on a 3x3 grid. I think I can do that for like 5 seconds between transports. I think it does. Okay, this one is... this... It's V. For victory! So then replace it with the checkerboard. Still 32. Put the V back on the board. I don't think that made a difference. The area where I left an unsolved one, I think, was down here. No, I solved that one. I guess I would have unsolved the one by the house now. But easy enough to check. So this is unsolved. 232. If I resolve it, which it is, solve it by warping to it. Yeah, I definitely warped to all of the things. So that didn't change my puzzle total. Even having gone to the victory room. Which is kind of irritating, it doesn't show up on the map. Like, you've discovered this. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. Let's see. Let's go to the S. But it unsolves the one you're warping from? Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's not important, but if I come down to having exactly one missing, that's what I'll do. But I think the elevator kind of proved that those don't matter. Because it didn't matter which set was solved on the elevator, it was always solved. Similarly, these, like, there's no way I could have... Well, they're all solved with this metric. I don't think there's a way for me to have them all happily solved. There's 7 here that are in the unsolved state, but I don't think that would be it. Like, I think there's just some little bit somewhere I'm missing. Curse you, bridges, yeah. I think there's just like a little off turn, a little bit off the beaten path that I just didn't see, or was like, oh, I've been there, and didn't try harder to get to somewhere interesting. Because, like, there's a bunch of areas here. Like, it could be behind a wall, in some odd spot. Like, maybe there's some stairs behind one of these graves, so you can wise from your grave later. That was an audio distortion on my side. Like, this is a... so close, yet so far away. I'm certain I'm missing something. The question really is, what form does the thing I'm missing take? And what would be a decent way to deal with it? Because, like, I've gone through so much surface area, and it's so hard to get to certain parts again. Like, I could take the bridges back, but I don't want to. But this room is clearly solved, so I guess I could use the bridges again? Well, I'd have to get to a spot where I could use the bridges again. That would take some doing. This almost looks like it could be a gate, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a wall. There's so many, like, things here where I'm like, these could be puzzles to be solved somewhere. See about in here? I haven't been in here in a while. I still feel like this is giving us a number or a word or something. Like, Tors is... I don't know. Not a good word. I left this in an unhelpful state. Oh my. Sup, Blue Ribbon? Sup, Fen? Thank you for the raid. How you doing? What were you up to? I'm currently running around lost, trying to find approximately 13 more puzzles. Playing Jump? Good call. How far did you get? Or how are you doing on it? What was the last level you beat? This Jump is just a good game. Plus or minus a couple levels. What's up, Muzzle? This game is Taiji, and it's really cool. It's basically The Witness, if The Witness was two-dimensional. And if you've ever played The Witness, it's a game about figuring out rules and learning how the rules affect different things. It's very fun. if you like puzzles. If you don't like puzzles, this is probably be abject misery. But I love it. Workout World 7 just beat one part of We Haven't Had Enough Thwomps, but you had enough Thwomps. Oh yeah, that's a 2-exiter one, isn't it? I vaguely remember that from playing through it in like 2016. That was fun. It was a fun level. Oh, hello. Here's a puzzle I haven't solved. I solved a puzzle. It gave you a headache? Yeah. Rules? Yes. If you're planning to play the game, I don't really want to spoil these things for you, but like, this is one of the easier sets of rules to understand, I suppose. So, let's look at the left one. Basically, you see the dice? You must have a partition of, well, unsolve it. You must have a partition of 4 for each of these. So, for instance, you could do this and that. Bam! Solved. They can't conjoin because they're the wrong colors. You cannot mix your colors in this. So that's not a solution. But other than that, you can use any other solution you think is reasonable. Said the man who immediately forgot what he was doing. And you're not told explicitly how any of these rules work. You simply have to figure them out. And frequently they give you good tutorials, like smaller, easier puzzles to solve to figure them out. So for instance, this area starts back here to teach you can join them. And it starts here. Yeah, this is the first one I think you come across of that type. Or, no, it's the... See, first ones you come across. Things like this. 1, turn on 1 cell. 2, turn on 2 1, or 1 1, turn on 2 1 1 cells. Anyway, if you think this is cool, give it a shot. If you haven't played The Witness, also give that a shot, because it's basically the same kind of game. But that one's 3-dimensional. So, that's a quick summation. So far, I have solved 433 of these puzzles. I'm looking for 12 more puzzles somewhere in the world to solve. I know what the total number is. I just need to find them. I've also beaten the game, gotten the ending, and of course, every game like this has to have an ending where it goes up its own butt, which is kind of what happens. It's just the nature of this type genre of game. I can't explain why. And I'm kind of curious if there's a different, second, more differenter ending where it does not entirely go up its own butt. But, kind of like Fez. Fez has an ending where it doesn't exactly go up its own butt. It just mostly does. Without spoiling too much of that. But if you watch me right now, I'm just going to be running through areas trying to find puzzles, because that's what I've been doing for a good chunk of this. I only started with like 8 puzzles I needed to solve that I knew where they were before the stream, and it's been a bit slow. But this is fun. It's a good game. I'm glad I picked it up. You might notice I'm having a little bit of frame rate issues, but that's because I'm playing it under wine. It's hard to find good games that work on macOS, are 64-bit so they don't complain about working on macOS, are compiled for ARM so they work on macOS, and use a controller. I found one game that almost fit all those criteria, except for the controller bit. I started it up. I tried to press buttons on the controller. It didn't work. I got further into the menuing system. I pressed the button on the controller. It says, do you want to quit? I'm excited. I think, oh yes, I'll be able to play the game with a controller. No, it only works for quitting. Literally, that's the only reason they implemented controllers at all, is so you could use it to quit the game. Don't know why they bothered. Maybe they want to add controller support later, and this is just their, like, black triangle? Wouldn't tell you. But it was definitely not encouraging. Then I looked at the actual key bindings and realized maybe it would be kind of challenging to map that to a controller. Maybe over here? No. But that's where that is. So, I have another game on deck for when I finish this, but it's also weird. Basically, I'm just going to play weird games. Currently, I'm actually out of state. I usually live in Seattle, but right now I'm visiting some people in D.C. Actually hung out with my sister and nephew this afternoon, which was kind of nice. Got to push them on the swing for a bit. Always fun for a small child. They do love swings and slides. Sister was complaining that they had redone the area near her house. They'd redone the park there, and they replaced the whole play place, but no swings. And I'm just like, why? What? No. Swings are perfect for small children. It keeps them in a stationary place, so you don't have to worry about them running off. You just have to keep pushing them, which isn't that hard when they're not that big. So, bi-coastal, yeah, that's pretty much it. I travel, there's only so many places I travel. I actually came out for the mystery hunt at the beginning of the month, or beginning of last month, in Boston. Finished that, took the train down here to DC, and have been just kind of hanging out since. Also having some trouble with my shoulder, and so I'm getting someone to look at that while I'm here, and it's getting better. I've been able to put on my coat several times, and it has not caused me physical pain, which is something I'm very happy about. I'm at a point where I might just look it up. Like, I have walked through this area, all these areas, so many times. Check Binary Land again, but I'm not sure. After this trip, I'm not going anywhere till the end of April, unless, like, work demands it. But even so, like, work trips aren't so bad when I get back to Seattle. Usually to either LA or San Francisco, and the flights aren't that long. This is a puzzle I haven't solved. We found another one. I think I remember the rules. That's fascinating that I didn't solve that puzzle. It even powers this, huh? At that point in life where you need to do stretches / yoga, you know, it's not the worst thing you could have to do for eyes. Where's the other side of that? Yeah, let's go on an adventure. But that is definitely an interesting conundrum. Also, how you doing, Fries? Because I forgot to say. Like, so, okay, so 25-ish. That's how you're doing, 25-ish. I feel I should be able to solve this with the rules I understand without having to do anything, right? Let's walk back into that area for a second. Make sure I understand the rules correctly again. So the way these usually work is there are two pillars somewhere, and they're the inverses of each other, or tell you parts of them that you can. Okay, so they're smoothed over, I don't know. I have to look at the other pillar to know. No, because that's how that works. It's only if it's broken. And that pillar is, can we go see it? Somewhat broken, incredibly broken. Can't really see it from here, which is highly disappointing because I wanted to see if maybe we could see it in the water over here, because that's where the other one was. They tend to be at the exact same sort of height location if I need a second one. So like this one over here corresponds to this one over here with some odd translations. But I thought, because they're paired, I would only need one of them if this one has enough parts. And this one has all of its parts. Turn it all on. Nope. Okay. So it doesn't have all of its parts, so let's use the mousy cursor thing here to try and keep on the same height. And make our guess as to where it's gone. Or maybe I'm just not doing the rule right. That is definitely not where that is. If the other pillar of that type is somewhere else, it's not there. But at the same time, I think this is solvable just by looking at this pillar. Assuming it's using the same rules. But this one had weird rules, I guess. Always hard to tell. Yeah, I don't think it has a pair. And the thing is, like, we can tell from these. Actually, let's go back to the beginning, because this, again, the tutorial ones. This one is clad perfectly, so it has all of these on this one, and then there's an inverted pillar somewhere else. Similarly, this one, you can see, because it has the extra sides, and this one has the other set of inverted extra sides. So by definition, all I should have to do is tag these up, the ones that are on that one. It looks like a correct pillar because it has, you know, a top, it's got a bottom, it's not inverted. Important thing to remember when you're looking at some pillars. Or sunk in the ground. I don't see a line coming off this, but there definitely could be one. This bonus pillar does not. But looking at this, there's one there. There's one there. There's one there. That looks like it could be broken or it could be left alone. One there, and then that's clearly clean. There could be a different rule. Let's try just inverting it. Maybe it's being weird. What other areas are near here? Binary Land is the main one. Binary Land's just up here. Trees are a bit to the east. Power is to the west. Actually, we have a map here. Perfect. So it's roughly here between that. There's counting. Counting's really close, but it's weird. We have the pillars here. We have power here. Binary requires having at least two things together that we can use XOR on. So for instance here, we are XORing 1 and 1, we get 0. XOR 0 and 0, we get 0. XOR 1 and 0, you get 1. I figured this out before it taught me this. I was like, it's got to be one of the three. It's going to be OR, AND, or XOR. Just how it has to be. But I don't think that's cluing XOR. Or I don't think it's cluing binary. It's definitely a weird one. Especially because it comes after powering this. You can see why I missed this now. Because I was excited about this was powered and went back to the center area. Okay. New thought. This could be a weird one. And just do the ones that are on left side. This one is indeterminate. Well, you know what? What if it was binary? You're right. Okay, it could be binary. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0. Oh, it was binary. Yeah. Just between the two. All right, well, now I'm looking for 11 puzzles. Somewhere in this world, there are 11 more puzzles, just waiting to be found. Somewhere. What about, wait, what's this? Did I solve that puzzle? It's a big puzzle. I think I did. Wait. I have not solved that puzzle. How do I get to this big puzzle? Now I'm actually very confused. All right, let's start looking around. I want to solve this big puzzle. That must be where the other puzzles are. Anyway, I've solved this. It just doesn't look solved, but I definitely have solved it. Oh yeah, this just goes downward. I don't want to go down. How do I get to that big puzzle? That's gotta be it. Gotta be it. I did solve this one. Yeah. I walked all the way back. I could have done that. Okay. How do I get to that big puzzle? The obsessive man. Do like puzzles when they're bigger. Maybe there's a hole in the mountain? No. I'm just gonna go around hugging this left side in the vain hopes that maybe I'll be able to find a button for the puzzle. But like that, if that's not a hint, I don't know what is. Okay. Well, I'm beginning to think that I'm getting further away from solving the puzzle to get to the big puzzle. I'm actually really far away now. I like the fact that it's close to a water thing. That inspires me. Because the other big secret was hidden under a waterfall. Is this? Nope, that's just a rock. That doesn't actually go up. It does something different. You go up there when you want the game to go up its own butt. I feel like I need to be able to walk in the water. But that doesn't work here. An area I haven't been in. It's probably a Steam achievement for clearing that area. Do you know what Steam achievements I'm missing? I checked, actually. I'm missing one hidden achievement, which I presume is solve all the puzzle. You know, maybe it'll let me walk off that edge. I was curious. It will not let me walk off the edge. Did I try the right side? Need like a hammer button. Nope. This goes to the other side of the bridge. Yep, it's hidden. I can make a guess as to what the name of the achievement is, because the beating the game achievement is black. I'm going to guess that the getting all the puzzles might be called white, but I have no other reasonable proof of that. How do I get to the other side? Is there a bridge over here that's invisible? Oh, wait. Wait. I have solved the big puzzle. Alright, well, that was our last useful lead. Nuts. I mean, on one hand, that's annoying. On the other hand, it's good that I solved the big puzzle. Because that's what the puzzle we're looking for anymore. Man, I was really excited about that big puzzle. That's the problem with playing puzzle games over a long period of time, especially ones that don't have, like, a hub, but that use the hub world concept instead of, you know, here are individual levels, a la Baba Is You. Or, you know, don't have a nice map. Full disclosure, been looking stuff up, have some idea. You know, if you want to give me a hint, I will take a hint towards finding the remaining puzzles. I am happy about that. Hope that wasn't too loud. Because at this point, I have definitely, like, canvassed the area pretty thoroughly. Headed to the start of the game. Okay. That was an area I haven't searched all that well, I think. But, you know, I did go through a lot of it. There were some things I saw over there that I was interested in, but didn't end up... No, I think I did use those concepts. Alright, so here's the beginning of the game. Most of the beginning puzzles can be found in the environment. That is true. That is true. I don't remember if there were any... Did I just walk through this? I didn't walk through the screen, which is kind of cool. Solved that, because that was an environment puzzle. Oh, it was that thing over there, actually. But that's the same as the one up there. One cannot. What puzzle? Okay, I don't think it's any of these. Does breaking these puzzles cause the thing to break apart? No. Would have been fun. There's one that cannot be solved using environmental puzzles. Alright, well, so this one uses either this or this, which are equivalent. Which probably should have been teaching me about looking for environmental puzzle things. This one I got from looking at this part of the environment. Underneath it. This one I got from looking over here at this. One puzzle around here matches the stone blocks, but not the surrounding environment. Matches the stone blocks, but not the surrounding environment. Okay. I don't think it's this set, because this set was pretty constrained. It would definitely be in the interim area here. Matches the blocks, but not... Not the surrounding environment. Surrounding environment's still the same. Unless... Gonna keep looking. Alright. I mean, the one... Do you mean the opposite? It matches the environment but not the stone blocks? Because, like, this is the stone blocks that... This matches the environment but not the stone blocks because of the additional weird rules involving blanks. Which, full disclosure, still don't understand completely. I apparently have a vaguely intuitive grasp, but not that. These are all very straightforward teaching puzzles. Just make the shape. I could go get in the cage again. That was kind of fun. I'm gonna get in the cage. Let's get in the cage. The first puzzle of the game is escape the cage, but if you feel like you can go back, it's a nice cage. Let's leave the cage. It's an octagram. Huh. Well, it's not an octagram. There's probably a better word for that. It's 2 offset squares. It's a spell card thingy. I don't know. One that doesn't match. So... Wait a sec. Oh, no, not that. Okay. I was hoping I'd find a line that went somewhere else, but not exactly. I mean... No, that matches that entirely. Would it be the case that it has 2 different solutions that do different things? Because, like, the purpose of that one was to power this entire line. And then this line goes up here to this box. At which point, this box was superfluous, actually. I don't think it powered anything. Or anything necessary. Two solutions, 1 block place, 1 environment place. That's how you read it. And, okay. So I think it has to be in the interim area here. Did I try? Alright, let's try the other one then. Okay, that one doesn't match the blocks. Shocker. Put it back. Bop. Bop. Then this one, I got stuck here trying to do the block thing, so I know that's not it. So it must be this one. So that's the block solution down there. This the other solution. Alright, so the way I read the environment here is I have this L that's blank here. I have an... No. That's not how I should read that. Something like that. Okay, if I assume that the gray stone is the black, I'd have something like that. This part is weird, so maybe this is signaling indeterminateness. Hard to say. Whereas these things are solidly white, and this isn't. Way back to the very start. What's up, Tomberry Java? How you doing? I am definitely looking for something. I'm looking for more puzzles. I know how many puzzles there are. But doesn't match the environment. Oh, hey! Huh. I realized this actually was an environment puzzle, too. Yep, that doesn't match, does it? It absolutely does not. Yeah, that would do it. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Found another secret-y... Oh, it doesn't even turn on. There's definitely a lot of thing here. Oh, no! Everything may make sense now. Came in at just the right time. Good luck. Depends upon your perspective. So here's what I think I'm seeing. Here's what I think I'm seeing. In each of the areas themselves had meaningful information. Yeah, okay. I'm going to grab a lot of screenshots. So here's how I think these work. In each area, the areas themselves have things that look like puzzles. Some of them more obvious than others. And then you have to solve those. Some of these, I don't know where they might be. The tree? Goodness knows. But this is exactly 11 puzzles. And I need 11 puzzles. So, this, I think, actually will take more time than I thought. There is one here that I think is obvious, but I'd need to be able to bring up the map screen. So, intuition. I've done a few puzzle things. I've done a few puzzle things in my time. So yeah. I think, unfortunately, it being 3:20 in the morning, I finished the waterfall. Yep, all of them. It took a while, but I finished all of them. I've done everything else. By the numbers, everything that remains is this. But yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of screenshots. And it is 3 in the morning and change, and I need to get up to do work tomorrow. Much as I want to finish this, this is definitely more than I was expecting. I thought that there would just be like 11 more puzzles somewhere. Oh, thanks for the follow. I thought there would just be 11 more standard puzzles, but this is going to take some doing. Just fill in everything? Alright, fine, Fries. I'll try it. For your sake. But I already know the solution. I already know what the solution to this one looks like. I need to put all of the glyphs from the map into this. In the right spots. But I can't look at the map because this won't light up till I do. So, which defeats the purpose. So I'm going to leave that all for next time.